My child, stop. This is not just another message, this is an interruption with purpose. I need you to lean in and listen carefully because what I am about to say concerns you directly. Alert means action. Emergency means now. You have felt something shifting inside you. A quiet tension, a subtle urgency you cannot ignore. That is not coincidence, that is not random emotion. It is me reaching for your attention before something small becomes something serious. Do not treat this lightly. Stay with me. Let every word zell. What you choose after this could redirect your path, restore your peace, and realign your heart. Do not scroll away. Do not delay. This moment was designed for you, and it will not feel the same twice. My child, I need you to slow down for a moment and let me speak into the quiet place inside you. You have been moving so quickly lately. Your thoughts have been racing ahead of you. Your responsibilities stacking one on top of another. Your attention pulled in directions that leave you feeling stretched thin. Yet underneath all of that movement, there has been a subtle feeling you cannot quite explain. It has followed you into your evenings. It has sat beside you in the early morning before the day fully begins. You have sensed that something is not settled. Something is asking for your attention. You tried to brush it off. You told yourself it was just stress or fatigue or another passing emotion. But deep down you know this is different. I am the one allowing you to feel that urgency. I am not trying to frighten you. I am drawing your focus. I am pulling you gently but firmly back to the center because you have been drifting in ways that are small on the surface yet significant beneath. You may not see the full picture yet, but I do. I see where certain paths lead. I see how small compromises grow roots. I see how emotional exhaustion quietly shapes decisions. And because I love you, I will not stay silent while your peace begins to thin out around the edges. You may wonder why this feels pressing. You may ask why I do not simply wait until things become clearer to you. But if I waited for clarity to come from your circumstances, you might never pause long enough to listen. So I am speaking into your present moment, into the subtle tension you have been carrying. This is not an emergency because disaster is seconds away. It is urgent because your heart matters too much to allow gradual distance to settle in unnoticed. You have been relying on your own understanding more than you realize. You have been carrying burdens that were meant to be shared with me. You have been tolerating a level of unrest that I never intended for you to accept as normal. I want you to recognize that this stirring inside you is not anxiety. It is invitation. It is me asking you to step back, to reassess, to realign before the path ahead becomes harder than it needs to be. When I call something urgent, it is because I see what you cannot yet see. I see how your energy is being drained. I see how your joy has become quieter. I see how you are functioning well enough on the outside while something deeper is asking for care. And I am coming close to you now, not with pressure, but with protective love. Tell me how this first message point feels to you before I continue to the next one. My child, come closer in your heart and let me speak plainly to you. There are things you have been setting aside not because you are rebellious, but because you are overwhelmed. You have felt small warnings inside yourself, subtle hesitations when you made certain choices, a quiet resistance when you agreed to things that did not sit well with your spirit. Instead of pausing, you told yourself it was nothing. You convinced yourself that you were overthinking, that you were being too sensitive, that it would all smooth out with time. But you know the truth: when something inside you tightens, when your peace flickers even slightly, that is not random static. That is me touching your conscience gently. I have been faithful to whisper before I ever need to correct. I do not ambush you with consequences, I nudge you with conviction. And lately, those nudges have grown more frequent. You have felt them in conversations where your laughter masked discomfort. You have felt them when you stayed silent instead of speaking what you knew was right. You have felt them when you scrolled past the stillness you needed, because distraction felt easier than reflection. I am not accusing you. I am inviting you to notice what you have tried not to notice. Look at your recent patterns honestly. Take a breath and review them with me. Do not defend yourself. Do not rush to justify, just observe. There have been moments when your integrity bent slightly under pressure. There have been situations where you lowered your standards because you were tired of standing firm. You told yourself it was temporary. You told yourself you would recalibrate later, but small shifts compound over time. A slight compromise today becomes a settled habit tomorrow. I am stepping into this space now because I love you enough to interrupt the drift before it becomes distance. Do not harden your heart when you feel that internal check. Lean into it. Let it lead you back when you sense that unneeded stop immediately. Close the door that needs closing. End the conversation that is reshaping your thinking in unhealthy ways. Reclaim your boundaries. You are not powerless here. I am with you, strengthening your resolve if you will simply ask. Invite me into those moments instead of pushing through them alone. Say to me, guide me right now, and then wait. I will respond, I always do. You may feel embarrassed that you ignored my earlier whispers. Release that shame. Shame paralyzes, but awareness restores. The very fact that you are listening now tells me your heart is still soft toward me. Do not waste another week pretending you do not feel the internal friction. Address it. If it needs confronting, apologize where you need to, withdraw where you must, recommit to what you already know is right. I am not demanding perfection from you. I am calling you back to alignment. You do not need dramatic gestures. You need honest adjustments. Start tonight. Reflect on the last few decisions that unsettled you. Bring them before me. Speak them aloud. When you name something, you disarm its hidden power. I am not distant from you in this. I am right here, steady, patient, protective. But I will not override your will. You must choose to respond. Choose clarity over comfort. Choose long-term peace over short-term approval. You will feel lighter when you do. You will breathe easier when you stop pretending everything is fine. Let this be the moment you stop ignoring what your spirit has been trying to tell you. My child, I want you to consider how much of your mental space has been occupied lately. Not by crisis, but by noise, constant hindered endless opinions. Messages flashing across screens. Responsibilities layered one on top of another until your mind really rests. You wake up and immediately reach outward instead of inward. Your first instinct has become checking, responding, reacting. Somewhere along the way, stillness became uncomfortable for you. Silence started to feel unproductive, and in that constant motion, my voice has had to compete with 1,000 other sounds. I am not blaming you for living in a loud world. I know the pace you navigate. I know the demands placed on you. But I need you to recognize how distraction reshapes devotion. When your attention fragments, your discernment weakens. When your focus scatters, your peace thins out. This is not dramatic language, is a gentle warning. You have allowed too many small distractions to become dominant influences. Pause and think about what holds your gaze the longest, what captures your curiosity, what stirs comparison inside you. Some of what you consume daily plants seeds in your thinking. Seeds grow quietly, they alter your expectations. They shift your standards. They influence how you measure your own life. You may not realize how much certain voices are shaping your confidence, your desires, even your faith. I am asking you to evaluate this carefully, not with fear, but with honesty. Audit your attention. Yes, audited. Examine where your hours go. Notice how you feel after certain interactions. Are you calm or more restless? Are you grounded or more anxious? Your spirit responds to what you repeatedly expose it to. Guard it intentionally. Protect your peace with courage. Remove what drains you. Limit what distorts your thinking. This is not about isolation, it is about wisdom. You do not have to absorb everything around you. You are allowed to curate your environment with purpose. I am inviting you now to reclaim your focus. Create space for quiet again. Set boundaries on what enters your mind. Yearn off what does not serve your growth. Step away from what tempts comparison or fuels dissatisfaction. When you carve out silence, you will begin to notice me more clearly. I do not shout over chaos, I speak into openness. Give me that openness again. Sit with me without multitasking. Pray without rushing. Read slowly instead of skimming. Let your nervous system settle. Your body had been living in subtle alertness for too long. I want to restore you to steady awareness instead of constant reaction. When you choose focused presence over scattered distraction, you will feel strength returning. You will sense clarity sharpening. You will recognize my guidance more quickly. Take control of your attention before your attention controls you. This is within your power, and I am here to support you in it. My child, I want you to sit with me in honesty for a moment, because what I am about to say is tender. You have not rejected me. You have not turned your back in anger. But there has been a quiet distance forming between us, and you feel it even if you have not put words to it. You still believe in me. You still think of me. Yet your heart has not been resting in me the way it once did. There was a time when you leaned into my presence instinctively. You would talk to me throughout your day, not out of obligation, but because you wanted my nearness. Lately, your conversations with me have become shorter, more functional, more rushed. You pray when you need something resolved. You ask for help when pressure rises, but you do not linger. You do not stay, and that subtle shift matters more than you realize. Distance really begins with rebellion. It begins with busyness. It begins with gradual disengagement. It begins with telling yourself you will reconnect deeply when life slows down. I am not offended by you. I am not withdrawing from you. I am drawing your attention to what is forming so you can choose closeness again before that distance feels normal. You may not have noticed how this space between us has affected your inner stability. When you were rooted deeply in me, your reactions were steadier, your confidence felt anchored, your fears did not escalate so quickly. Now you find yourself processing things alone more often. You carry questions without immediately bringing them to me. You wrestle internally instead of resting in my wisdom. That is what distance does. It shifts where you seek your first source of reassurance. I want to be that source again for you. Come back to that simple reliance. Sit with me without rushing. Speak to me without agenda. Bring me your confusion before it turns into anxiety, or build the closeness intentionally. This is not about guilt. It is about gravity. The closer you are to me, the more stable your spirit becomes. The further you drift, even slightly, the more external forces shape your mood and decisions. I am inviting you now. Draw near again. Open your heart fully. Close the gap you allowed to grow. You do not need to earn your way back. You only need to return your attention. I am right here, steady and unchanging. There is something beautiful waiting for you in renewed intimacy with me. When you choose closeness, you will notice a shift that feels both subtle and significant. Your thoughts will sow, your breathing will deepen. The restless edge you have been carrying will soften. That is not imagination, that is alignment. Your soul was designed for connection with me. Without it, you function, but you do not flourish. I want you flourishing. I want you grounded, not grasping. I want your decisions flowing from discernment, not pressure. So take action. Set aside time deliberately. Earn of what competes for your focus. Sit quietly even if it feels unfamiliar at first. Speak honestly. Tell me where you feel distant. Tell me where you feel disappointed. I can handle your truth. When you open yourself again, you will realize I never moved away. The warmth you miss has always been available. Close the quiet distance now. Do not let it grow another inch. Step back into full closeness. Let me steady you from the inside out. My child, I need you to recognize how much you have been carrying on your own shoulders. You present yourself as capable, responsible, dependable. People rely on you. You handle tasks efficiently. You manage obligations without drawing attention to the effort it costs you. But inside, the accumulation of responsibility has grown heavy. You wake up already calculating what must be done. You mentally rehearse conversations before they happen. You anticipate problems before they appear. You hold tension in your body without even realizing it. That weight has become so familiar that you barely question it anymore. Yet I never intended for you to carry life in isolation. Strength does not mean self-sufficiency without support. You've been strong, yes, but you have also been strained. I see the difference even when others do not. I see the fatigue behind your composure. I see how you sometimes feel like you are holding up more than your share. Let me ask you something directly. When was the last time you truly laid your burdens before me instead of just mentioning them in passing? You speak about your challenges, but you do not always release them. You explain your stress to me, but you keep gripping control. That rib is exhausting you. You were never meant to solve everything alone. I am your refuge, not your emergency backup plan. Bring me the full weight. Do not filter it. Do not minimize it. Tell me exactly where you feel stretched thin. Admit where you are afraid of dropping the ball. Admit where you resent the pressure. I can handle your honesty. When you place that weight into my hands, something shifts. Your mind clears, your shoulders relax. Your perspective widens. The problems may not vanish instantly, but your posture toward them changes. You move from strain to steadiness. Transformation begins with surrender, not performance. I want you to take a deliberate step right now. Identify one burden you have been carrying silently. Speak it to me. Release it consciously. Say, I cannot carry this alone. That statement is not weakness, it is wisdom. When you stop pretending you are limitless, you make space for my strength to meet you. You do not have to prove your endurance to me. I already know your capacity. I also know your limits. Let me support you within them. Stop bracing yourself against every challenge as if you are the only line of defense. I am with you. Lean into that truth, rest in it. Allow yourself to excel fully. The weight you feel pressing on you can become lighter, but only if you choose to share it. Do not wait until exhaustion forces you to collapse inward. Choose relief now. Open your hands. Give me what you have been gripping so tightly. I am ready to carry it with you. My child, there is something I want you to notice gently without defensiveness. Beneath your recent decisions, beneath the way you have been planning and preparing and protecting yourself, there is a thin layer of fear that has been influencing you more than you realize. He is not loud, it does not shout. It does not announce itself dramatically. It speaks in careful calculations and cautious conclusions. It shows up when you hesitate to trust fully. It shows up when you brace yourself before conversations. It shows up when you expect disappointment before hope even has a chance to rise. I am not criticizing you for feeling this. You have walked through enough uncertainty that your mind has tried to shield you from more pain. But I need you to see how this subtle fear is quietly shaping your posture toward life. It has been guiding your choices in small ways. It has been nudging you to hold back, to guard, to prepare for the worst instead of leaning into possibility. That is not how I designed you to live. You were not created to operate from quiet dread or defensive discipline. You were formed to walk in steady trust, not an anxious anticipation. Look closely at how this fear influences you. It encourages you to control outcomes instead of surrendering them. It pushes you to overanalyze simple situations. It convinces you that if you anticipate every problem, you can prevent every wound. But that is an illusion. Control is a comfort in costume, but it cannot guarantee safety. I want you to loosen your grip. Yes, I am asking you directly, loosen it. Release the need to predict every turn in the road ahead. You do not have to map every mile before taking a step. When fear becomes your quiet advisor, it narrows your vision. It makes you cautious where you could be courageous. It dims the creative confidence I placed inside you. Come to me with that fear. Name it clearly. Do not disguise it as wisdom. Bring it into the light of my presence when you admit what you are afraid of losing, what you are afraid of facing, what you are afraid of repeating. You weaken its hidden power. I do not shame you for fear. I steady you through it. Let me replace it with grounded trust. Invite me into the very scenarios you keep rehearsing in your mind. Instead of imagining the worst outcome, imagine my guidance within it. That shift alone will begin to restore calm inside you. There is a deeper peace available to you than the fragile comfort of control. I want you to experience it again. When you lean into me fully, your decisions will flow from discernment rather than defensiveness. Your heart will open instead of tighten. You will respond instead of react. The transformation will not come from suppressing fear. It will come, surrendering it, to take a practical step. When you catch yourself spiraling into anxious planning, pause immediately. Close your eyes, take one. So breath, say to me, I trust you with this. Even if your voice trembles when you say it, speak it anyway. Trust grows through practice. Courage strengthens through action. I am not asking you to ignore risk. I am asking you to refuse to let fear lead you. Let me lead you instead. Let your confidence come from my steadiness, not your strategies. You do not have to brace yourself against every possible loss. You are not alone in protecting your future. I am already there. My child, you are standing in a moment that may appear ordinary on the surface, but it carries weight beneath it. Life does not always present turning points with dramatic music or visible crossroads. Often they arrive quietly, disguised as daily decisions. Right now you are in one of those moments. The direction you lean today will influence the direction you walk tomorrow. That may sound simple, but it is deeply significant. You have been oscillating between two internal postures. One posture says you will trust me fully, surrender control and realign your heart with mine. The other posture says you will continue managing everything primarily in your own strength, while keeping me nearby as support. These two postures cannot coexist indefinitely. Eventually one becomes dominant. I am not forcing you. I am presenting you with clarity. The choice is not about belief versus unbelief. It is about reliance versus self-reliance. It is about whether you will let me guide your steps intimately or merely consult me when convenient. Pause and evaluate your recent decisions. Who has been setting the tone? Have you been moving after seeking my direction, or have you been asking for my blessing after you already decided? A distinction matters. I want to be involved before the plan forms, not just after it is finalized. Invite me into the process earlier. Slow down enough to hear my perspective before committing your energy. This is where maturity deepens. It is easy to claim trust in theory. It is more challenging to practice it when outcomes feel uncertain, but this is the moment to practice it. Choose alignment deliberately. Choose it even if it requires you to revise plans. Choose it even if it requires you to admit you move it too quickly before. I will not embarrass you for adjusting course. I honor humility. When you correct direction early, you prevent unnecessary detours later. That is wisdom. That is strength. Do not underestimate the significance of small obedience. A quiet decision to respond differently in one conversation can shift a relationship's trajectory. A choice to pause before reacting can prevent conflict. A decision to re-establish spiritual discipline can restore clarity within weeks. These are not minor adjustments, they are momentum markers. I want you to act intentionally now. Identify one area where you know alignment is required. Do not postpone it. Address it today. Make the call you have been delaying. Set the boundary you have been avoiding. Recommit to the discipline you let slide. When you move in alignment, you will feel the internal tension release. The fog will thin. The direction will sharpen. I am not asking for perfection. I am asking for commitment. Decide clearly. Step forward confidently. Let this moment mark a shift, not because it looks dramatic, but because it is deeply deliberate. My child, you have just stood at the crossroads of reliance and self-reliance. Now let your choice move beyond intention into action. If your heart burns to see others awakened in their own moment of decision, this is your seed to sow. When you give through Super Thanks, join as a member or send your offering through PayPal. The PayPal link is in the video description. You are casting oil into lamps that must not go out. Did I not say that as you sow, so shall you reap? The harvest is not only provision for you, but souls illuminated, minds renewed, hearts realigned. This message is Marna for someone standing on the edge of surrender, and your obedience helps deliver it. If you feel the stirring to help, that stirring is me inviting you into partnership. I will multiply what you release and guard what concerns you. Do not delay this holy impulse. Act now and let your seed speak louder than your hesitation. My child, I want you to look at your own heart with me for a moment. Not with fear, not with shame, just with honesty. Over time, disappointment has shaped you in ways you did not intend. You did not wake up one morning and decide to become more guarded. It happened gradually, a prayer that felt unanswered, a relationship that did not unfold the way you hoped, an effort that went unnoticed, a door that closed without explanation. Each of those moments left a small mark. You told yourself you were fine. You told yourself you will recover quickly, and you did keep moving. You kept funkining. You kept showing up. But somewhere beneath that resilience, a protective layer began forming. It feels like strength to you. It feels like wisdom gained from experience. Yet, if you are honest, it also feels like caution agent toward coldness. I am not condemning you for protecting yourself. I understand why you tightened your grip on your own heart. But I need you to recognize that if that layer keeps thickening, it will not only block pain, it will also block joy. When your heart hardens even slightly, you begin to expect less. You anticipate disappointment before hope has room to breathe. You reduce vulnerability because vulnerability once cost you something. You become careful with enthusiasm. You hesitate before trusting. That caution seems practical, but it changes the way you experience life. You stop opening fully. You stop believing freely. You start managing expectations instead of engaging wholeheartedly. I see this happening gently inside you, and I care too much to ignore it. You were not created to live braced against life. You were created to live open, aware, and grounded in me. Hardened hearts survive, but they do not flourish. They function, but they do not feel deeply. I want you alive inside, not merely protected. I want your laughter to be unforced. I want your hope to rise without immediate resistance. That kind of freedom requires softness, not stiffness. So I am asking you to let me soften what has become rigid. Do not resist this invitation. Bring your disappointments to me honestly. Tell me where you felt let down. Tell me where you felt embarrassed for believing too much. Tell me where you felt foolish for trusting. I am not going to dismiss your pain. I am going to heal it. When you allow me into those memories, the sharpness begins to fade. The narrative shifts. You stop interpreting every setback as proof that you must close off. Instead, you begin to see that endurance does not require emotional shutdown. Release the false safety of emotional distance. Open yourself again carefully but courageously. Risk hope again. Speak kindly again. Trust wisely but do not withdraw entirely. You can be discerning without becoming distant. Let me guide that balance. Your heart does not need armor when it rests in my protection. Right now, examine yourself gently. Notice where you have grown skeptical. Notice where you dismiss possibility too quickly. Acknowledge it without shame. Then invite me into that exact space. Say, soften me where I have become guarded. I will respond. I will restore warmth where tension has settled. Let this be the moment you choose openness over self-protection. My child, I want to talk with you about the people who surround you, because you are shaped more by your environment than you sometimes realize. You do not absorb influence only through grand events. You absorb it through everyday conversation, through repeated opinions, over subtle expectations, through tone, humor, and shared frustrations. The company you keep slowly calibrates your thinking. It adjusts your perspective in ways that are easy to overlook. Some of the voices around you are building you up. Others are quietly reshaping your standards downward. I am not asking you to judge everyone harshly. I am asking you to become aware. Pay attention to how you feel after certain interactions. Do you leave feeling strengthened or subtly diminish? Do you feel inspired to grow or tempted to compromise? These signals matter. You may have tolerated certain patterns because they feel normal. Taoism that masks cynicism, gossip disguised as concern, complaining framed as realism. Over time, repeated exposure to negativity plants seeds. Those seeds influence how you speak, how you think, how you respond to challenge. I want you to guard your internal climate carefully. Reducted, curated. That is not isolation, it is intention. You do not have to accept every influence simply because it is familiar. You are allowed to set boundaries. You are allowed to step back from conversations that erode your peace. You are allowed to choose environments that reinforce your values. Do not fear being misunderstood when you make healthier choices. Long-term clarity matters more than short-term approval. Examine your closest circles honestly. Who sharpens you, who steadies you, who encourages your integrity. Lean into those connections, invest in them. Then consider where subtle compromise has crept in. Address it. If a relationship consistently pulls you toward attitudes that conflict with your convictions, pause and reassess. This does not always require dramatic endings. Sometimes it requires quiet adjustment. Sometimes it requires reduced access. Sometimes it requires a courageous conversation. I will give you discernment if you ask for it. Do not make these decisions impulsively. Bring them to me first. But do not ignore what you already sense. You feel when something is off. Trust that signal right now. Reflect on one relationship that influences you strongly. Ask yourself whether it is strengthening or straining your spirit. Then invite me into that evaluation. I care about who shapes you. I care about what forms your mindset. You are not meant to walk alone, but you are also not meant to walk with everyone. Choose wisely. Move thoughtfully. Let your inner circle support your growth instead of stalling it. My child, I want you to look gently at the places where you have told yourself it's not that serious. I am not speaking about dramatic rebellion or obvious wrongdoing. I am speaking about the small allowances, the subtle shifts, the quiet compromises that felt harmless in the moment. You made them when you were tired. You made them when you did not want conflict. You made them when standing firm felt inconvenient. I understand the convicts, I understand the pressure. But you must understand the pattern. Small compromises do not stay small. They grow roots, they form habits. They reshape identity over time. What felt like a minor adjustment begins to define your direction. I am not confronting you to accuse you. I am calling you back to alignment before those patterns become permanent pathways. You know exactly what I am referring to. There were moments when your conscience stirred and you negotiated with it. You lowered a standard you once held firmly. You laughed at something that unsettled you internally. You agreed to something that did not fully sit right in your spirit. You told yourself you would recalibrate later. That word later has delayed more growth than you realize. Later has softened convictions. Later has excused behavior that once would have troubled you deeply. I am not demanding perfection from you. I am asking for clarity. Step into honesty with me right now. Name the compromise. Do not minimize it. Do not rationalize it. Speak it plainly. When you bring it into the light, it loses its quiet control. Compromise rarely announces itself loudly. It often arrives disguised as practicality. It whispers that you are simply adapting. It convinces you that flexibility is maturity. A discernment is different from drift. I want you flexible in wisdom, not flexible in conviction. I want you gracious without becoming passive. I want you understanding without becoming deluded. Your integrity is not a small thing. It is the foundation of your stability. When integrity erodes even slightly, your inner peace follows. That is why I am addressing this now. I see how these small allowances are affecting your confidence. You feel a subtle internal friction, a faint sense that somebody is off. That friction is mercy, it is not condemnation, it is protection. Take decisive action, reverse what needs reversing. Apologize if necessary. Correct your course, strengthen the boundary you relaxed. Recommit to the discipline you neglected, do not delay. Momentum matters. When you adjust early, you prevent deeper detours. I am not asking you to fix everything in one dramatic gesture. I am asking you to make one honest correction today. You will feel the difference immediately. Clarity returns when compromise is removed. Strength returns when integrity is restored. Let this be the moment you choose alignment over ease. Let your yes mean yes again. Let your no carry conviction again. I am not standing over you with accusation. I am standing beside you with guidance. Step back into integrity fully. You will not regret it. My child, you are more tired than you admit. Not just physically, though your body feels it. You are mentally stretched and spiritually strained. You wake up already thinking about what must be handled. Your mind starts running before your feet touch the floor. You carry an invisible checklist that rarely shortens. Even when you rest, your thoughts remain active. You replay conversations. You anticipate challenges. You evaluate outcomes. That constant internal activity drains you more than you realize. You have grown accustomed to operating in low-grade tension. It has become your normal. But this is not how I designed you to live. You were created for steady strength, not sustained strain. Consider how long it has been since you truly felt unhurried. When was the last time you sat without feeling guilty for pausing? When did you last experience quiet without reaching for distraction? Your nervous system hangs in subtle alert mode for too long. You brace yourself for the next demand before the current one is finished. You absorb responsibilities quickly, rarely asking whether they are yours to carry. You pride yourself on endurance, but endurance without renewal leads to depletion. I do not want you depleted. I want you restored. There is a difference between resilience and restlessness. You have drifted toward restlessness without noticing. I'm inviting you into deliberate restoration. Stop treating rest as a reward for productivity. Rest is part of your design. You do not earn it. You require it. Build space into your days intentionally. Protect that space. Turn off what competes for your attention. Step away from constant input. Breathe slowly. Let silence feel unfamiliar until it becomes comfortable again. When you allow stillness, your thoughts begin to settle. Your body begins to release tension. Your spirit becomes receptive. In that quiet, you will sense my presence more clearly. I do not meet you only in crisis, I meet you in calm. Do not wait until burnout forces you to stop. Choose to slow down before your body demands it. Evaluate your commitments honestly. Are they sustainable? Are they aligned with your calling? Release what does not belong to you. Delegate where possible, simplify where necessary. Your worth is not measured by how much you can handle, it is revealed in how wisely you steward your energy. I care about your well-being deeply. I want you functioning from fullness, not fumes. Take one practical step toward rest today. Kill something unnecessary. Go to bed earlier, spend time with me without multitasking. Protect your peace with intention. You are not weak for needing renewal. You are wise for embracing it. My child, there is something in you that you have learned to live around instead of truly heal. You do not talk about it often. You rarely even think about it directly. Yet it still influences how you respond, how you trust, how you protect yourself. It is an old wound, and you have managed it carefully. You adjusted your expectations, you built new routines. You convinced yourself that time alone was enough to handle it. But healing and hiding are not the same thing. You have become skilled at functioning while carrying unresolved pain. I see that skill, and I also see the strain it places on you. You may not break down outwardly, but there are moments when certain words, tones, or memories press against that sensitive place inside you. You react faster than you intend, you withdraw sooner than you use. You guard yourself without realizing why. That is the wound speaking quietly through you. I want you to stop managing it and start healing it. Do not turn away from it when it surfaces. Do not distract yourself when the memory returns. Bring it into the light with me. Tell me exactly where it still hurts. Name the betrayal. Name the rejection. Name the failure. Speak it without softening it. When you speak it, you stop letting it operate from the shadows. You may fear that revisiting it will reopen pain, but avoiding it has kept it half open already. True healing requires exposure to truth, not concealment. Let me walk you back through it carefully. I will not overwhelm you. I will not rush you, but I will not allow you to pretend it has no impact either. That wound has shaped certain assumptions you carry about yourself and others. It has whispered conclusions that are not entirely accurate. It has convinced you that certain risks are not worth taking. I want to replace those conclusions with clarity. You do not have to carry that pain into your future. You do not have to let it dictate your responses. I am inviting you to surrender it intentionally. Sit with me and ask where the root still lies. Let me show you where forgiveness is needed. Even if it feels difficult, forgiveness does not erase memory. It releases ownership of the injury. It frees you from carrying the weight of what someone else did. You deserve that freedom. You deserve to move forward without that quiet ache influencing every new connection. I am not asking you to deny what happened. I am asking you to let me redeem it. Healing may feel gradual, but it begins with honesty. Do not postpone this again. Address it now. Invite me directly into that space. I will meet you there with patience and restoration. My child, there has been a change in the way you speak to yourself recently. The tone inside your own thoughts has grown sharper. You question your ability more quickly. You hesitate before acting on ideas you once would have pursued confidently. You compare your progress to others and quietly decide you are behind. That voice of doubt has not appeared overnight. It developed gradually, shaped by fatigue, comparison, and disappointment. You have allowed it to narrate your limitations more than your growth. I need you to recognize that voice for what it is. It is not my voice. I correct you when necessary, but I do not diminish you. I guide you, but I do not belittle you. When your internal dialogue turns critical without compassion, that is not coming from me. Examine the language you use about yourself. Notice how quickly you assume failure. Notice how often you expect rejection. Notice how frequently you downplay your strengths. These patterns do not align with the truth I speak over you. I created you intentionally. I placed specific gifts within you. I shaped your personality with purpose. When doubt becomes dominant, it obscures that design. It convinces you that you are less capable than you are. It makes you shrink where you could stand firmly. I want you to challenge that narrative directly. When you hear yourself thinking, "I am not enough," pause and confront that thought. Ask where it originated. Ask whether it aligns with what I have shown you about your identity. Replace it deliberately. Say, "I am learning, I am growing, I am guided." Speak truth over yourself even when it feels unfamiliar. Confidence rooted in truth is not arrogance, it is alignment. Do not let comparisons steal your clarity. You see only a fraction of other people's journeys. You measure your progress against incomplete information. The habit fuels insecurity unnecessarily. Focus instead on the path I have given you. You are not behind, you are not overlooked, you are not inadequate. Growth is rarely linear, it unfolds in seasons. Some seasons feel productive, others feel slow but serve purpose. I want you steady, not hurried. Release the pressure to prove yourself constantly. Anchor your identity in me rather than in performance. When you begin to think differently about yourself, your decisions will shift accordingly. You will move forward with greater courage. You will speak with greater clarity. You will take risks aligned with purpose instead of shrinking back. Right now, identify one recurring doubt that has been shaping your behavior. Bring it to me. Replace it consciously with truth. Let this be the moment you refuse to let insecurity narrate your future. My child, I want you to gently examine how tightly you have been holding your life lately. Not in a dramatic way, not in obvious panic, but in subtle calculation. You have been trying to anticipate outcomes before they unfold. You replay conversations in your mind to prepare for every possible response. You attempt to read between lines before words are even finished. You plan 3 steps ahead so that you will not be caught unprepared. I understand why you do this. You have lived through enough uncertainty that predictability feels like safety. Control feels calming. Planning feels powerful. But I need you to see something clearly. Control is a comforting costume, yet it cannot guarantee protection. He only creates the appearance of certainty underneath that appearance. Your heart is still carrying tension. You are not as calm as you pretend to be. You are managing variables instead of resting in trust. You have convinced yourself that if you calculate carefully enough, you can avoid disappointment. If you organize thoroughly enough, you can prevent failure. If you think long and hard enough, you can outmaneuver pain. That is an exhausting way to live and keeps your nervous system alert. It keeps your shoulders tight. It keeps your mind racing. You were never meant to shoulder the burden of omniscience. You do not have to predict every turn in the road ahead. I see the road already. I know what is coming around the bend. When you insist on controlling every detail, you are trying to carry knowledge that does not belong to you. Release that weight. Loosen your grip deliberately. When you notice yourself spiraling into overanalysis, pause immediately. Take one slow breath. Say quietly, "I do not have to solve this alone." A simple admission begins to dismantle the illusion that everything depends on your strategy. There is a steadiness available to you that does not come from tight playing but from anchored trust. I want you grounded in me, not gripped by outcome. When you surrender control, you do not become careless. You become clear. You make decisions thoughtfully without obsessing over every consequence. You move forward with faith instead of fear. The shift changes your entire posture toward life. Instead of bracing for impact, you walk with openness. Instead of rehearsing disaster, you lean into possibility. You may feel resistance as you hear this. Control has felt like your companion. Let it go gently. Replace it with reliance. Invite me into your decision-making earlier. Ask for my guidance before you finalize plans. Wait for inner clarity instead of rushing toward closure. You will notice how your body softens when you stop trying to micromanage the future. You will feel relief when you allow yourself not to know everything in advance. Right now, identify one situation where you are trying to control every detail. Picture it clearly. Then hand it over intentionally. Say, "I trust you with this outcome." Even if that trust feels small at first, act on it. Take one step forward without overcalculating the next 10. Let this be the moment you exchange tight control for quiet confidence. I am not asking you to become passive. I am inviting you to become peaceful. There is a difference and you are ready to experience it. Beloved, as you loosen your grip on control, loosen also your grip on what you think is yours alone. Trust is not passive. It moves, it SWS, it builds my kingdom with bold generosity. When you support this mission through Super Thanks membership or by giving through PayPal, the PayPal link is in the video description. You release living water into dry places where my voice must be. Have I not declared that when you give it will be given back to you, pressed down, shaken together and running over? This is not transaction, it is transformation. Your offering becomes fire on the altar, light in hidden rooms, strength to the weary who will encounter these words. If you have been waiting for a sign to trust me more deeply, this is one. I will steady your household and breathe favor over what you place in my hands. Step forward in faith. Give now and watch how peace replaces pressure. My child, you have sensed a dryness lately that you have not wanted to name. Your faith is still present, your belief has not vanished. Yet your connection feels thinner than it once did. When you read scripture, it does not move you the same way. When you pray, it sometimes feels like you are speaking into still air. You wonder if something is wrong with you. You question whether you have lost something essential. I need you to hear this clearly. I have not moved away from you. I have not withdrawn my presence. What you are feeling is not abandonment. It is a signal that your attention has been divided. Your spirit cannot stay vibrant when it is rarely nourished intentionally. You have given more time to distraction than devotion. That imbalance naturally creates dryness. You once approached me with curiosity and expectancy. You lingered in my presence without watching the clock. Recently, your engagement has become efficient rather than intimate. You pray quickly between tasks. You read hurriedly while thinking about the next obligation. You check off spiritual disciplines instead of dwelling in them. This is not about guilt. It is about alignment. Connection requires focus. When your mind is fragmented, your spiritual sensitivity dulls. I am inviting you to return to depth, not performance. Dev, slow down your interaction with me. Read fewer verses and reflect longer. Pray fewer words and mean them more fully. Sit quietly without rushing to fill the silence. You may feel restless at first. That restlessness is evidence of how accustomed you have become to constant stimulation. Stay anyway. Stay until calm returns. Spiritual dryness does not mean spiritual failure. It means renewal is needed. Your soul requires consistent nourishment just as your body requires food. If you skip meals repeatedly, your strength fades. The same principle applies here. Rebuild rhythm deliberately. Set aside time daily that is protected from interruption. Yadi, turn off notifications. Close unnecessary tabs. Create an environment that invites focus. Speak honestly to me about how distant you have felt. I welcome that honesty. When you approach me with sincerity, connection deepens naturally. Do not chase emotional experiences. Seek presence instead. Emotion may follow, but presence is the foundation. Right now, make a decision about one practical change you will implement. Perhaps it is waking slightly earlier to sit quietly. Perhaps it is ending your day with reflection instead of scrolling. Choose something concrete, commit to it. Spiritual vitality grows through consistency, not intensity. When you re-establish that rhythm, dryness will fade gradually. You will begin to sense clarity returning. You will notice peace settling more quickly. You will rediscover the warmth that once felt natural. I am here. I have always been here. Draw near again intentionally and you will find that the connection you miss is still within reach. My child, I want you to feel the weight of this gently but clearly. What I am speaking to you now is not grammatic language meant to stir emotion. It is protective love pressing against the edges of your drift. The longer you remain in partial surrender, the more complicated your path becomes. Not because I am punishing you, but because distance from alignment always multiplies confusion. You have been walking with one foot in trust and one foot in self-direction. You have been listening to me but not fully yielding. A divided posture creates friction inside you. You feel it in your indecision. You feel it in your restlessness. You feel it in the subtle tension that follows you through your days. This is why I call it urgent. Urgent does not mean catastrophic. Urgent means important now. Important before patterns harden further. Important before clarity dims more. Important before your heart grows too accustomed to compromise. I need you to stop postponing full return. Do not wait for the perfect mood. Do not wait for the perfect schedule. Do not wait for a crisis to force your attention. Choose deliberately. Come back to wholehearted surrender. Now sit with me and acknowledge where you have held back. Admit where you have kept small areas of your life under your own control. Release them intentionally. When you hold part of yourself away from me, you fracture your peace. Alignment restores cohesion. Alignment simplifies what drift complicates. You may fear what full surrender requires. You may wonder what I will ask you to change. Let that fear settle. I do not strip away what is good, I refine what is misaligned. When you return fully, you will not lose yourself. You will rediscover stability. Make this practical. Identify one area you have been managing without inviting me deeply into it. It might be your finances. It might be your relationships. It might be your ambition. Ring that area before me directly. Pray about it specifically. Invite my correction, my wisdom, my direction, then listen. Do not rush away after speaking. Stay present. Urgency means, respond now, not tomorrow, not later tonight. Thou close your eyes for a moment. Speak to me honestly. Say, I return this part of my life to you. That sentence spoken sincerely shifts your posture immediately. Not too far away. Timing is important, but you can still be restored. Your route becomes smoother the earlier you readjust. Prioritize return over resistance. Instead of hesitating, choose humility. Put trust ahead of conflict. This is your chance to make sense of what has become complicated. Step back completely under my direction. I am prepared to fully steady you. You are not entirely aware of the facts that are taking place all around you, my darling. You came dangerously close to becoming caught in certain routes. You almost got into several talks that would have negatively altered your way of thinking. You may have been unhappy to miss out on possibilities that weren't meant for you. The whole map is not visible to you. Yes, I do. Silently, I have been protecting you. I've been quietly rerouting you. I have been shutting doors that would have complicated your future in unexpected ways. You presume delay or denial when things doesn't work out and you frustrated. It was protection at times. Seldom does protection make an announcement boldly. In the moment, it frequently seems inconvenient. Think about the number of times plans changed without warning. How many times did you come to the conclusion that making a change stopped something worse? Think honestly. You have missed certain things that you were unaware of. You have been on the verge of making judgments that would have exhausted you. You almost gave in to influences that could have compromised your integrity. I don't disclose this to instill fear. To foster trust, I share it. You are not traveling by yourself. My hand has been active in ways you were unaware of. That protection becomes evident when you associate yourselves closely with me. Your judgment deteriorates and you approach needless danger when you drift. There is no danger here. It is the careful delivery of truth. I want you to become more conscious of my advice. Take a moment to consider my viewpoint before making any decisions. Ask explicitly if this is a good idea for me. After that, focus on the internal signal you get. Ease and peace are important. These signals are not arbitrary. They are a component of way I lead you. Don't disregard them. Just because convenience appeals to you doesn't mean you should ignore discomfort. Discernment is how protection works. Stay close and develop your insight. Your perception gets sharper the more aligned you are. Think about a closed door that recently irritated you. Consider if it could have been mercy rather than bad luck. When you see protection, your gratitude increases. I am not just pointing you in the direction of blessings. I am keeping you safe. Put on that invisible work. Respect it by paying attention. Consciously invite me to cover your day. Before engaging in discussion, offer up a prayer. Before you take on new responsibilities, pray. Before you change course, say a prayer. Superstition is not what this is. Relational awareness is what it is. I actively participate in your life. Stay close, and you will see the subtle safeguarding more often, even when the results seem unclear. You are taken care of in ways you do not completely understand. Let your trust grow as a result of that insight. I want you to be honest with yourself about something you've accepted in silence, my child. You've given up on thriving in favor of functioning. You go about your days. You do the necessary tasks. You continue to have obligations. Your life seems stable from the outside. However, you haven't often had profound sleep. It has seemed far away, the kind of tranquility that settles into your chest and remains there. There are brief intervals of relief when the tension subsides, yet the underlying strain still exists, comes back fast. I never intended for you to live under continual stress. You have accepted a lower level of serenity than I had planned for you if you have a persistent hum of concern, a slight stiffness behind your thoughts, and a tendency to foresee issues before they arise. It's be that you can't even recall the sensation of effortless peace. You haven't felt effortless and internally stable in such a long time. You've been working in a peaceful state of attention as though something might change at any time. You gradually become exhausted by that posture. Joy becomes more elusive as a result. It makes thankfulness seem flimsy. Deeper peace is not an abstract concept, I want you to know. You have access to it, but you are unable to accept it if you are holding on to tension. You have to deliberately release your hold. You have to break the habit of bracing yourself. Instead of looking for possible tension when you wake up in the morning, take a moment to notice my existence. Let's say you are here with me today. Give that sentence time to settle. If you notice an increase in pressure during the day, stop right away. Inhale slowly for 1 moment. Remember that you are not the only one navigating the future. This is not a rejection of reality, as a shift in viewpoint. The lack of duty does not equate to peace. It is the existence of alignment. Things don't have to be ideal for your spirit to be stable while your heart is in me. Daily exercise of trust is the first step toward steadiness. You are welcome to participate in the practice. Keep your mental space safe. Protect your inner monologue. Limit your exposure to things that cause needless tension. Select dialogues that are constructive rather than combative. Select restorative activities instead of overstimulating ones. You are free to carefully choose your surroundings. That isn't a sign of weakness, it's knowledge. It is impossible to develop tranquility when continuously consuming rest. Choose one source of strain that you have accepted as normal right now. Consider if it is only habitual or actually required. Reduce it if it's not needed. Invite me in if it can't be avoided. Talk to me all day long. Allow our relationship to fuel your rage. Your clarity sharpens, your reaction softens, and your delight intensifies as your peace grows. That's what I want for you. When deep tranquility is possible, do not settle for surface-level stability. Keep your hands open. Give it thoughtfully. You may anticipate a complicated answer, my child. Given everything we have discussed, the compromises, exhaustion, subtle dread, distance, and stress. You may believe that you require a radical makeover, a total reimagining, and deep spiritual rejuvenation. However, the reality is more straightforward than that. It is not necessary for you to perform your way back into balance. You don't have to make a big plan. You must be truthful and reliable. You must go back to what you already know to be true. Avoidance is frequently concealed by complexity sublucided with great honesty. You know how to get back in touch with me. You are adept at pausing. You are proficient in prayer. You have the ability to read slowly and think carefully. You are able to modify your timetable. When it's necessary, you know how to apologize. Not one of you are unfamiliar with this. Ignorance has not been the problem. It has been rescheduled. You promised yourself that once things calmed down, you would reassess. However, life seldom slows down on its own. You have to pick the shifty. Begin modestly yet with clarity. Restore a single discipline. Make one barrier stronger. Make one compromise right. Restore one habit that has been ignored. Don't try to make 10 changes at once. Sustainability is enhanced by simplicity. Momentum develops organically when you take little, regular steps. I want you to give up waiting for a boost of inspiration. Motivation varies. The level of commitment remains constant. Choose what you want to alter right now. Put it in writing. Make it precise. Set the alarm and pay attention to it if you have to get up earlier for quiet time. Set limitations and adhere to them if you need to cut back on needless screen time. Make time to have a chat if you've been putting it off. Intention is made clear by action. In that activity, I'll meet you. I am not far away, assessing you from a distance. I am here to help you every step of the way. The same goes for how you approach me. Talk clearly. Don't write complex prayers. Tell me exactly what's on your mind. Express your frustration. Admit if you're unsure. Authenticity, not performance, is what builds relationships. I don't need you to impress me. Dramatic language is not required to demonstrate dedication. Come just the way you are. Stay longer than you believe is necessary. Allow stillness to settle in. Pick one useful change right now. Make a commitment to it. Say it out loud. Next, take action on it in the following 24 hours. It has nothing to do with intensity, has to do with honesty. Over time, small, consistent steps change your course. I am not requesting that you run. I want you to walk obediently. That's sufficient, my kid. This is the culmination of all we have discussed thus far. It is beneficial to reflect. Being aware has great power. However, awareness alone does not bring about change. When you move, it occurs. You've paid attention. You've looked. Conviction has gradually taken root in various parts of your heart. I am now requesting that you take action. Not the following day, a lot while. Your time is free. Doubt postponement is the most hazardous site for spiritual enlightenment. Without action, insight gradually becomes numbness. Today you feel agitated. However, the stirring fades if you wait. I am urging you directly because of this. Take a single quick step. Don't make it too complicated. Don't create an ideal long-term plan. Before the end of the day, decide on one tangible step toward alignment and carry it out. That step is already familiar to you. It has come up several times while you have been paying attention. Maybe it's breaking a habit that has clouded your judgment. Maybe it's starting a discussion you've shied away from. Maybe it's committing to spending time with me every day without any justification. You don't require other people's affirmation. You can definitely feel it. That gentle prod is targeted. Act on it. Forward the message. Establish the limit. Modify the timetable. Delete what needs erasing. Restore what needs restoring. Small obedience builds great momentum. When you reply instantly, your spirit strengthens. You grow to trust your discernment more deeply. You cease second-guessing every prompting because you have practiced responding instead of hesitating. Do not let comfort induce you to delay. Comfort whispers that waiting is harmless, but waiting too long typically hardens resolve in the wrong direction. When you move quickly in alignment, clarity increases. When you delay frequently, confusion multiplies. I am not demanding perfection from you. I am inviting responsiveness. Respond when your heart is tender. Respond while your conviction feels fresh. Respond before distraction dulls it. You do not require spectacular gestures, you need decisive action. One stride forward today reshapes tomorrow. One corrected decision changes trajectory. You underestimate how powerful a single aligned choice can be right now. Stop reading for a moment in your head. Picture the step clearly. Say that to yourself, then commit internally. I will accomplish this today. When you follow through, you will feel something shift inside you. Confidence grows through obedience. B deepens via consistency. I am with you in the step, not observing from a distance. Take it, move. Do not remain in thought. Action is the bridge with win belief and transformation. My child, I want you to realize something crucial about your future. It is not delicate in the sense you sometimes imagine. It is not dangling on a thread that will snap at the smallest misstep. Rather, it is formed by your alignment. The direction you lean continuously determines the way you follow long term. You are not locked into failure.